How's it going, guys? Just a little progress update. I think my last video was our truss time lapse. Well, I should say our truss install time lapse. And things are coming along. Entire house is roofed in. Well, I should say the entire main body of the house is roofed in. There's actually over yonder, out that way towards our driveway, which our driveway comes in. Make up here, phone. Over that way. Comes into this area over here where my truck's parked. There's going to be a mud room and then a garage further out towards the cornfield over there. And tomorrow we're planning to start digging the footers, which really no digging involved here. Let's see if you can see what we're doing here. We were actually lower in a lot of places than where the footers actually go, so we had to fill in across here where the basement had been dug out, and then we had to out here we actually had to fill in a little bit where the footers go, compact it, fill it in, compact it, the procedure. So will be a lot of fill dirt that'll be brought in once the footers and the little short walls are in place before we pour the floors. We've designed this in a way that when the floors are poured on the slab out here for the laundry room and garage, that they will come up to the height of the subfloor. So of course that's like 44 inches lower out there than the subfloor is, so we got a lot of fill dirt before we can bring in our, bring in the concrete up to the finished floor height of the laundry room and garage. The reason being for all that extra work is our main level of this house will have 0 steps. So everything will be one level, and there'll be thresholds and doorways, just because you can't get away from that. I'm sure there'll be a threshold in the doorway where the laundry room comes into the main body of the house. The mud room, laundry room, whatever. It's the same building, same part of the house. The reason behind that is it's my wife's and my forever home. So we're in our mid-30s. 60 years from now, when we're in our mid-90s, we don't want to be having to go up and down steps to come in from our garage to our house or whatever. So there's a lot of prep work, a lot of thought that's going into that, so that as we age and become elderly or decrepit, or even just have an injury where we're on crutches or in a wheelchair or whatever, we don't want to have to contend with steps. So that's for the main level of the house. Obviously there's a basement, and obviously up above us there's the loft, so there's going to be steps, but people, a couple or even several people could live comfortably on the main level of the house, and once you pull it from the garage, 0 steps. And try to forward think all the time, but especially when you're building something like this, you don't want to, even 10 years down the road be like, oh man, I wish I had done it that way. Which I'm sure we'll run into problems like that, but the 0 steps, all one level, is one of our biggest points or subjects that we weren't gonna back away from. So step down outside here. As you can see, we're completely sheathed. It took hours to think that one up. And I don't know if you can see, the roof is actually covered with OSB and has like a felt on it. It's a synthetic felt, so it's really nice to walk on. We were walking up there in the dew one morning, and it really, there's a 612 pitch up there, and it really wasn't as scary as you would expect it to be. So I don't know if you can kind of pick it up from just what the exterior looks like, but the main body of the house here, we're kind of going for that old farmhouse look. Tall windows. These aren't as tall, just because of the way they set here on the main level. Actually, excuse me, they are as tall. The 2 in the center are doubles of these, so they look kind of fat. A lot of symmetry going on there with windows, or windows over doors, centered. Here's what's left of our fill dirt for now. There'll be more of this coming in, I'm sure, once we have our footers and our short walls up for our slab. So this end of the house, I've gotten a bunch of questions from about every single person that comes to see the progress. Why do we have a humongous door right there? That's actually a 36-inch pocket door. Obviously the pocket door is not built into the framing yet, but the pocket door framing basically doubles the size of the opening you need for your actual physical door. So that's 72 inches wide, or actually it's really 74 inches wide, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's 74. Just the way that pocket door framing lays out. So it's actually a 36-inch door. The little tiny short door beside it, that's in our kitchen right there. And our mudroom is basically the area where there's no OSB. Comes out like this, and it expands, and that's our garage going off here to the south. A little short, what looks like a door is actually the cutout for the fridge in the kitchen. And it will actually sit recessed back into the space, or into a little space in the laundry room. So as you're walking through the kitchen, along the countertops, as you come up to the fridge will not jut out away from the edge of the countertop. It'll actually be flush with the top of the countertop, or the edge of the countertop. I guess fridges are usually about, I think, 4 inches deeper than your standard countertop width. So, and then, yeah, should go down to the creek side and look back up at the house. This right here is what it's all about. It just looks mammoth from down here. It's crazy. So yeah, we do need to do a little more sheathing, as you can see up top there, above that shed roof. It's basically windows. Window, 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 window. So it's literally like the strips of sheathing that we're cutting off from other areas. We're gonna go up there. It's really money saving, not really. And this little room that is not finished on this end is actually like, it sets out from the house. You can kind of see some of the framing underneath there. You could see it in the last little clip. It actually protrudes away from the edge of the house 24 inches. So the roof coming off of the shed roof there, right there, is designed to be stopped 24 inches further back. So it actually overhangs this room, which obviously drops down the height of the eaves as it comes over that room. So we hadn't finished those walls yet because we weren't quite sure, without the roof on, how tall those walls could be, as well as like the height of the windows are going to be in that little short section wall. It's 14 foot 2 inches, I think, of wall space there. It's pretty much all windows, and it's going to be interesting. I think we're going to work on framing that this week as well. Today's Labor Day, so my crew's not here working, holiday and all. I'm here, I should be working, but I wanted to make an update video just to keep things fresh. And, the building process at this point, in my opinion, seems to move a lot faster than I expected. And, oh man, trip out here. It's been kind of hard to keep up with making videos of this along the way, as I kind of mentioned in some other videos. Let me get around this tree I dropped here. And there's the other end of the house over there. It faces north. It doesn't have near as many windows because the view isn't as great. It's got windows though. So this little area right here, I actually have a window near. We need to cut that OSB out. So, you know, not to let anyone down. There shouldn't be any walls, just all glass on this house. A quick view from our loft, which is the highest level of our house. Shadows aren't helping this situation. Creek's right down there. How do you like our roof felt? I really like it. I hope planes fly over low. Our lumber pile up down there. This is technically facing out the front of the house. Well, the front of the house kind of faces into the trees. This will be the side where we'll have a like a walkway coming up from the driveway to the front door. So just a real quick update. We set our footers yesterday for our garage and laundry room section of this house. And we're actually using more of the new Duraforms to set the rest of the 36 inches of wall that's above the frost line. Yeah, and then obviously our floor system, or our concrete floor, will just sit right inside of there. So yeah, that's where we be. So we're getting prepared to pour the last bit of concrete. It'll be a slab for the garage and laundry room. And doing the final little details. Concrete truck's supposed to be here in less than an hour. And that's it. Done pouring. Final pass with the power trowel. And that's the last bit of our concrete work for the time being. Probably about, I don't know, spring or summer next year we'll end up doing our pads in front of our doors. And until then, I don't want to see a concrete truck for a while. So this is the finished concrete project out here on this south end of the house. Pardon me. As you can see, it's sitting here curing. Got the concrete cut yesterday. That's not a very fun project. It's quite dusty. You're eating that dust as you're cutting it, but saves you from having cracks all over your concrete in places you don't want it. Plus we made kind of a neat little pattern here, which with the shade from this morning, it's kind of hard to see it, I guess. And this is our laundry room. Mudroom, laundry room will be right in this little area as it comes into the house. Got a half bath we're going to put right in this area. There's a floor drain in there, as you'll notice. We're not finishing that floor. It's just going to be concrete. I believe we'll stain it. Seal it at least. Probably will stain it, I guess. I don't really know what our ultimate plan is there. My wife's kind of has some different ideas that she's thinking about. So it'll be kind of a utilitarian room. If you wanted to, you know, we'll probably have like a hose hookup at the washer and dryer for, you know, a third outlet, I should say, besides just for the washer. Or you could have a short hose if you came in with, you know, a wet, muddy dog or something. You could have the dog stand over the drain and kind of help wash him down. And then, you know, this floor is heated, so if it was winter time or cool time, this floor would be heated. The dog could actually lay there and dry off. That just dawned on me.
So this is pretty much where we're at right now. I think this will be the last video for my update for the time being. Thinking by this time next week this will all be framed up, hopefully have the roof on, have all the sheathing on, and we'll be kind of getting into that point where we can start doing some of the outside finish work. So hope you appreciated my update, and thanks for viewing, guys. If you like my videos, please thumbs them up, and if you want to get more of my content, subscribe to my channel, and then as soon as there's a new video you'll get an update. Have a great day.